for contractors specifically, they're starting to scale. They're starting to bring more people into the business. They're approaching going past the 10 employee mark. What's your biggest lesson learned or biggest like mind shift that has to happen for a leader of a company as you start to get that larger team size?
I would go through an exercise of lay out your customer journey. Someone comes in through whatever method of lead gen we do. Then they talk to the office or they talk to a salesperson. They make the decision to buy. We got to order some materials. We got to get them shipped there. We got to do the work. Then we got to invoice. Every business is like some version of that. I would look at that exercise and then I would look at my org chart, like the list of people that work for my company. And I would just put their names where they go, like who's responsible for part of that. Then I would look at what parts of that require me as the owner right now. Like in that, whether it's the job or the transition or the parts that go into the entire experience of your customer, I would be looking at what parts are dependent on me. Where if I left the business for a month, what part of the customer journey would break if I couldn't pick my phone up? And like, it's not a bad answer if it's all of it. That's okay.
Yeah.
But if you look at like what parts are dependent on you, and then when you look at like those names that you put on there, what could that person do more or less to make me not involved? Then I would take a step back and do my favorite exercise, which is, as the owner, what am I good at? What do I like doing? What am I not good at? What do I not like doing? And I would try to just look at this objectively, like I'm really involved in sales, but it's because I kind of like it. In the big jobs, I'm good at it. And yeah, we got a couple good salespeople. We got a couple middle. We got one or two bad ones. This will go better if I'm involved. Will it? Or will you feel better if you're involved? Because some weird thing that happened twice that you know, like, or 8 out of 10 times does a job actually go fine if you're not involved? You're just kind of overbearing. Customer support, escalation. You're probably not answering every call or every customer support call. Probably not everyone watching this is doing that. If you are, it's a very hireable position. And I understand that if things get escalated, especially on bigger projects or stuff like that, like there's exceptions around these rules.
Right.
But I don't think as owners, we take enough accountability of the things that we're like inherently involved in, because that's how it was before. Ask yourself, how many people would be happy if I got out of their way? I remember it was Gary Vee said this. If you find an employee to do 70% of what you can do, you find an amazing employee.
Yeah.
I completely disagree. Give me 30. Give me
Dude,
30%.
30 is enough.
Dude, I'm insane. If I can do 100% of the way that I think something should be done, I would be crazier to think that I can hire someone that can do 70% of what I can do. Like, I started this, I know it, I understand it, I built it, I went through it. Look at that process of your customer journey. Why would I need anyone to be able to do 70% of what I can do? How about we hire the right person with the right skill set that can do 30% of what I can do? Because I should probably only be doing 30% of it anyways.
Yeah.
Wherever that exercise can objectively work for someone, org chart, customer flow, where you required, who do you have hired? Because then this goes back into that exercise about systems and processes. Like, okay, look at that customer journey. Do these people have it documented of how they do these things? Because that's how you really get yourself out of it. So not to go like too in the clouds with it, but
yeah, I mean, it makes sense. You got to map out every single bit. You make a good point. It's like 30%, and 30% should be enough, but also you can take, if someone can do 30%, chances are if you then work on the systems and processes around them, that's where you can get it up to the 70%.
Now you're not doing the work.
Or even beyond.
Amen.
But it forces you as the owner to take a step back and start working on the systems and processes.
Absolutely.
I always like to call this out, this caveat though, whenever we're talking about this sort of like work on, it's like, it's the cliche, like work on the business,
not in.
And,
Sure.
But the thing is, this is different when you're first starting out. Like if you're doing $750,000 in a roofing business, that's not the right time to start hiring a bunch of people for all these people.
No, you should be paying attention to Mark Cuban. Sales solves everything.
You should
like
be.
You got it.
That's the grind right there. There is a grind season of life or season of the business.
You have to hold yourself accountable for what chapter in business you're in.
Yeah.
The stuff we're talking about right now is not for the person that just started 6 months ago. Like, who do I hire? Who's my CFO? What's the thing? Like, no, you'll get stuck in the with that. You have to look at like, what does your business require of you? Because in the first 6 months to 3 years plus, which hat?
Yeah, you're just...
It's switching them out.
Yeah.
What I've seen for these very, what I would define as successful business owners. They just realize that shit a little bit sooner. One thing that I can credit to anywhere I've gotten in life is I was never scared to hire someone. Your job is to show up and do the work. My job is to not be scared about how I'm going to pay you. So I would like, if I look back in my career, one thing that I could say is down to my cleaning company, my data company, the agency stuff we've done, the consulting, dope, whatever it is, I will literally hire before I know how to pay someone because I'm like, answer the phone so I can go do more of what I'm better at. I never had a fear of like, how am I going to pay someone? Because I didn't hire someone before I knew that they were going to give me some minutes back. And I think you made a great point of that. First 6 months, first 12 months, first 18 months. Like if you're 18 months or less into your business, you're best salesperson. Or else you have a business partner that's better at like whatever it is. But like you have 1,440 minutes during the day. As a business owner, especially a new one, your job is telling as many people as possible that you solve the problem that they either have right now or they might have. And during that, you still got to answer the phone. You still got to run and pick up materials. You still got to do the customer service. You still got to do the other stuff. But if you started a business that has a good enough solution to problems, selling the thing shouldn't be the issue. It's probably like training the people to do the quality of service or the communicate. And this gets into the level of advice we're kind of talking about now.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.